Let's think of a thumbnail real quick. I want you in my team, so does everybody else. Why am I talking at 12:06 on a Tuesday? Let me tell you. Because idea. You gotta act on your ideas. You know what's so important? Consistency in action, proving to yourself that there is a reason behind what I want to do, why I have the goals that I have, why I'm passionate about certain things, and why I believe certain things are for me. And you have to prove that to yourself by showing up and doing. You have to do something. There has to be an action that comes out of that belief. Otherwise, you don't really believe it. You don't. So when you get the idea, write it down and start. However that looks, start. So here I am. I had the idea. Yes. Today my idea was life is what you make it. No, I'm not coining that term. I know other people have said it before. I know I've said it before. But everything is what you make it, bro. Every single thing. The other day I had a conversation with an old friend talking about social media. She was like, oh, so posting on social media is a lot and she doesn't know what to post and whatever. And I'm like, start with what you like. Start with what you want to post. Do whatever you want to do. Make your social media curated to what you want to see, what you want to post, what you find interesting, because your life is what you make it. And like that goes for such a broad statement, bro. It's such a broad statement. It's the bigger picture and the smallest picture you can think of as well, bro. The day-to-day, how do you make your life? What are the mindsets that you use? Bro, and this is for me. As much as it is for everyone that watches this, it's for me because in my head, bro, I get so negative and I get so down about things and I'm like, where is my help? I look to my left, I look to my right, where is my help? Who do I talk to? What? If I do get help, it doesn't feel like help, it feels like pity. It feels like just something that I can give myself. I could already give myself that. I don't need, why did I come to you? I don't know. So then I go back to the drawing board and I try to figure it out, bro. That's it. That's why I'm here today. That's why I come here and I'm super woke because I have to figure it out. I have no choice. Life is what you make it. What else is what you make it? Your circumstances. That's a big one. Not having a job. You could view that as a negative thing, or you could see that as an opportunity to utilize all the time that you have. That's a good one. I like that. I do feel like there are a couple things that I find very difficult to turn into something I want. For example, when it turns into winter, when it starts getting cold, sign me out, I'm done. Why? At first it used to be like, oh, I can lay on my clothes, but I'm not going out. It's cold. I don't want to be outside. You know what I mean? But at least now it's getting warm, so I don't have to think about that. But life, it really is what you make it. And I'll tell you what I'm working on at the moment. I'm working on not waiting for something to be for me to believe it. You know what I mean? And recognizing that life comes from you, not at you. It's not like life isn't over there and it's coming towards you. It's within you. You're literally paving the way almost. Every step you take, you're like paving the way. I think that's cute. I do get so tired though. Yesterday, it wasn't the same. I wasn't thinking the same. And I'm like, why am I so hot and cold, so up and down? All the time, so up and down. I do think this whole consistency and that mentality is a very difficult thing to obtain. The consistency and the mentality. I find it very hard. But I'm trying though, don't get twisted. I'm still trying because it makes so much sense to me. Why would I not do that? Why would I not believe that to be true? Why would I not act in that way? Let me show you. There's even a video that I watched. Not that one either. I saved it.
But the shift is when you can identify how the version of you that has attained financial freedom, how would they feel, right? Maybe decisive, probably more confident, probably more relaxed. And you
just think of you on payday. Think of the woman that you are then in comparison to the person you are when you feel broke, when you don't have a job and you don't know what you're doing with yourself. Because why is it that circumstance can move us so much? Can change our confidence, can change our willingness to go out, can change our willingness to socialize, our feel good, our energy. Why? Doesn't it mean that there's something out there that can be controlled in order to tune up your confidence, tune up your willingness to create, your willingness to put yourself out there and stuff like that? There is something that you can turn and you are in charge of this, not someone else. You are not bound by your circumstances. Money cannot put you in a chokehold and tell you to be miserable. It's not that, it's you. And isn't that, it makes sense, right? Let's keep going.
Operate from that state. And it's not denying what's in front of you, it's just simply refusing to allow that to dictate and decide how you are able to be and how you are able to show up for yourself every single day.
And bit about denial. As someone, I'm a bit of a realist. I have faith, but I'm a bit of a realist. And I would say that it can be a point of weakness, because when I want to transmute my delusional positivity and willingness to go out there and do whatever and be a star, then I'm like, babe, who really are you? And that's not cute. Anything that puts you down, anything that waters you down, anything that wants to trap you in a box, it's not cute. And it's probably a mindset that you've grown up in, or you've been taught. It is something you've been taught by whoever, you know what I mean? But when you're trying to adapt your mindset like this, you can't allow realism to take the place of your positivity and your dreams and your spontaneity and delusional nature and your self-belief. And we talked about self-belief literally the other video. That's the thing that needs to remain constant. It really does. Let's see.
And understand, your senses are definitely going to argue with you. They're definitely going to show you the proof, right? Your current reality that has been created from your past assumptions. But what you need to understand is, if you can reach a place of just smiling at it, smiling at your senses, understanding that they only knew who you used to be, your old identification, and you can just allow those emotions to surface without identifying with it, and you can return back and shift your focus back on the identity, on the version of you who you are becoming. That is how you break the cycle that has been plaguing you your whole life.
That is a superpower. If you possess that, you are already in the top. You're in the top of people, because mindsets are the things that drive you. Mindsets are the things that separate you from other people. Bro, if you, like, I remember it was actually with my ex. I really struggled with not turning how I feel into who I am, or letting it ruin my day, or just something like that. My emotions are like this all the time. So when it's good, but when it's bad, it's bad. And he would talk about that, and I was just like, that's a really great thing to possess, but I don't really know if it's a thing that I can do. But it's a superpower nonetheless. So I think that if you are capable of doing that, it's something to be very proud of. It's very impressive, actually. I would love to know how to do that. Today, this week, did I tell you that I said I'm gonna start working from intention? I'm starting to be intentional. Did I say that? We started this week, so this is Monday today. Well, it's Tuesday now, and we're being really intentional, because I'm making the most of what I have, and one thing I have is time. So we're just going to utilize that asset. We're going to utilize it until we can't utilize it anymore. I have time, I have health, I have creativity, I have drive and education and opportunities to learn and books to read. I have a lot of resources, more than I like to think. So they call that law of assumption, what I was discussing. Law of assumption. Interesting. I'm gonna go and edit this now, and I'm just gonna post it as soon as the edit is done, because we're bridging the gap between ideas and execution, between the making and the output. Because at the end of the day, this YouTube channel specifically is meant to document the process, and that's the process to my come up. And that a part of the come up is understanding the places that are drawing you back and keeping you in place. Being accountable and learning, sharing what you've learned, because you might as well share it. We don't become less just because we're sharing, you know what I mean? You might as well share what you've learned. We are all a community at the end of the day. We are all trying to get somewhere, but only the strongest survive. Thank you, everyone that supports. Thank you for being here. Hope you learned something.